The 6 best beginner projects for new programmers. Want to learn programming but don't know where to start? These beginner programming projects and tutorials will start you off. There are so many things to wrap your mind around when you're just starting out programming. You've got to start somewhere. When there's so much to learn, where should you begin? The best way to sharpen your programming skills is by applying your knowledge to one of many simple programming projects. Whether you're a beginner or you're getting back into coding after some time away, here are the best programming project ideas to build your confidence and to make you a better developer. Beginner programming projects. If you're an absolute beginner, you'll want to know the basics of 2 web markup languages, HTML and CSS. Understanding the basics of HTML code is the first thing you need to know about creating web apps. If you're comfortable with the basics, you can venture out and try one of many coding projects for beginners that focus on HTML. The best simple coding projects end up being crash courses in coding themselves. These coding ideas are simple, even if they're not easy at first. You will walk away from these cool code projects with 2 things: a portfolio piece that you can use to prove your ability as a programmer, and a more thorough understanding of the craft. Some of these programming projects will use different languages like Java or JavaScript, but you can use any language you feel comfortable in. Let's dive in. Here's our list of the 6 best beginner projects for new programmers. 1. Make your own chess game. Building a chess game is a great way to take a classic game you may already know and turn it into a programming project. You'll start by mapping out your board and your pieces. Then, you'll assign specific movements to each type of piece on the board. You'll be forced to think of chess from a developer's perspective, trying to turn concepts into algorithms that a computer would be able to understand. 2. Code a mobile app. The best coding projects for beginners emphasize the importance of being able to create interfaces that are mobile device friendly. You don't need anything other than HTML and CSS to create beautiful layouts that can be worked into an Android or iOS app. Basic coding projects like this teach you how to create an interface, not just coding logic. This tutorial shows you how easy it is to make a layout by creating a simple product card. This is a great way to practice your design skills. You don't have to copy the code line by line. Try giving it your own flavor and make it look the way you want. 3. Build your own calculator. Building your own calculator is one of the best software engineering projects for beginners. Creating a calculator gives you practice writing a layout, using logic that reads numbers or symbols from the layout, and using logic that processes the information to get a result. Small coding projects like these are simple enough for a beginner and challenging enough to make you think twice. JavaScript is a great language to pair with HTML and CSS to build this app for. Create a to-do list app. Building a to-do list app is another of our favorite fun programming projects to test out your skills. It involves most of what you need to create a simple UI: buttons, animation, user interaction, and events. 5. Develop a weight conversion tool. Simple weight conversion tools are another example of easy coding projects for beginners. Much like the to-do list app, beginner coding projects like this will challenge you to create a layout and perform some logic that responds to the information input into the form. Getting creative with these easy coding projects helps you discover your identity as a developer. Before long, these simple coding project ideas will begin to grow and take on a life of their own. 6. Code a rock, paper, scissors game. Rock, paper, scissors is a classic game that can easily be turned into a computer science project for developers who are just starting out. It requires both taking user input and coding in random elements. You're creating both the game and the logic behind the bot you're playing against. Cool programming projects like this provide beginner coders with an interactive product that can be played immediately. A little instant gratification goes a long way when trying to stay inspired. Since there are various graphic objects to interact with, you can be as creative as you'd like. The best programming projects for beginners. Start small, think big. Good programming projects inspire the beginner. They make tackling the next challenge something exciting to look forward to. After partaking in several cool coding projects that use HTML and CSS, you'll soon find yourself coding projects in JavaScript. Before long, you'll be scouring the web for Python programming projects and creating complex games and apps. It's amazing what a steady, consistent flow of cool code projects will do for your programming knowledge and enthusiasm. If you're hungry for knowledge, the search for things to program never ceases. Fun programming projects for beginners are likely all around you. What part of your life would you like to improve next? I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.